I stared at her message for what felt like forever. 7 words, just 7, that shattered everything I believed about love. I'll come back when I want. It wasn't the words that cut the deepest. It was the tone. Cold, detached, like our marriage meant nothing, like I meant nothing. Mia had walked out 2 nights ago after another argument. One of those long, suffocating silences where anger sits in the air like smoke. She said she needed space, packed a small bag, left without looking back. I thought she'd return once she cooled off. She always did. But this time was different. The first day was hell. I barely ate, didn't sleep. The house felt hollow. Her favorite blanket, still folded neatly on the couch. Her coffee mug, with that faint lipstick stain, resting by the window like she'd be back any minute. I texted her once. Nothing dramatic, just, "Are you safe?" No reply. The next morning, her message came. "I'll come back when I want." I read it again and again, hearing it in every version of her voice, cold, careless, mocking. Then the thoughts crept in, the kind that whisper poison when you're alone too long. Where was she staying? Who was she with? Why wasn't she answering my calls? By the second night, I couldn't stand it. I called Leah, her best friend, the one person who might know. "Hey, it's Ethan. Do you know where Mia is?" Silence. A long, heavy pause. "She didn't tell you?" Leah finally said, "Tell me what?" Her sigh came through the line like static. "Ethan, maybe it's not my place to." "Leah, what?" I snapped. "She's been seeing someone. For a few months." The world tilted. "That's not funny." "I wish it was," she whispered. I told her to stop. She said she just needed to figure herself out. I don't remember ending the call. I just sat there numb, my pulse roaring in my ears. It didn't seem real. Mia, who teared up at every sad movie, who laced her fingers with mine in the grocery store, who laughed at my off-key singing in the car. That Mia wouldn't do this. But the signs were there. The late nights, the new perfume, the sudden distance, the way she smiled at her phone and turned away when I walked in. I just refused to see it. That night, I didn't close my eyes once. I sat in the dark, scrolling through photos, our trips, birthdays, lazy Sunday mornings. Every image felt like a lie now. By sunrise, I needed proof. Not revenge, just the truth. I logged into our shared cloud drive. Mia was never careful with passwords. Everything from her phone synced automatically. And there it was, a hidden folder buried inside another one, titled Work Trip, Private. I opened it. Dozens of photos. Her at a resort. Drinks by the pool. A man I didn't know beside her, his arm around her waist, his lips pressed to her cheek, her smiling like she hadn't smiled at me in months. My stomach twisted. My hands shook as I scrolled. Pictures from weekends. She claimed she was visiting her mom. Nights she said she was out with friends. Each one was a knife. But the blade was made of memories. That afternoon, I sent her one text. "Take all the time you need." No reply. But I wasn't done. I printed one photo. The one where she was laughing in his arms. Not intimate. Just painfully happy. I placed it on our bed beside her wedding ring. The one she'd left on her nightstand. Then I took a photo of both, the ring and that picture, and sent it to her. No caption. No words. Her response came in under 2 minutes. "Ethan, what is this? Where did you get that? Please don't do anything stupid." Then call after call. I ignored everyone. For once, I wanted her to feel what I'd felt. The helpless panic of losing control. After her 6th missed call, a new message flashed. "I'm coming home. Please just wait for me." When she arrived that evening, her face was pale, eyes wide with guilt. "Ethan, please, let me explain." I leaned against the counter, arms crossed. Every emotion I had, anger, heartbreak, exhaustion, fighting for space inside me. Explain what? I asked quietly. That you were cheating on me? That every "I love you" was a lie? Tears filled her eyes. It wasn't like that. Then what was it, Mia? My voice cracked. You said you needed space. Space for me or space for him. She covered her face with shaking hands. I didn't mean for it to happen. I just felt invisible. You were always working, distant. And he listened. That hurt worse than the cheating itself. I was working for us, I said, my voice breaking, to give you the life you wanted. I know, she whispered. But somewhere along the way, I stopped feeling wanted, and he made me feel alive again. There it was, the truth, ugly, simple, final. I wanted to yell, to smash something, to make her feel the pain ripping through me. But I didn't. I just stood there, hollow. So what now? I said, you come back when you want, leave when you're bored. She shook her head, tears spilling down her face. No, I ended it. I swear. That picture, it's old. Months old. I wanted to tell you. I just didn't know how. Then why leave? Because I couldn't look at you knowing what I'd done. Silence. The kind that feels heavier than shouting ever could. Finally, I said, you broke something that doesn't get rebuilt, Mia. Trust. She reached for me. I stepped back. Don't. Ethan, please. We can fix this. I'll do anything. You can't fix what you chose to break. I walked past her, picked up the suitcase she left by the door, and handed it to her. Her lips trembled. You're throwing me out? No, I said quietly. You already left. I'm just making it official. She stood there crying silently. I still love you, she whispered. I almost laughed. Maybe, but not enough to stay faithful. She nodded, picked up her suitcase, and walked out. For weeks, the house felt haunted. Her perfume still clung to the pillows. Her laughter seemed to echo in the corners. I tried to erase her, deleted photos, threw out her clothes. But memories don't delete that easily. Some nights I'd wake, instinctively reaching for the empty space beside me, and the silence would crush me all over again. But pain changes with time. It doesn't disappear, it dulls like a scar. Months later, another message appeared on my phone. I still think about you. I wish I'd never hurt you. I stared at it for a long time, then typed back. I wish that too. But wishing doesn't change anything. I didn't block her. I just never replied again. Some stories don't end in revenge or forgiveness. They just end. And sometimes when I think back to that night, the message, the photo, her panic, I realize it wasn't about hurting her. It was about reminding myself of what I was worth. Because love built on lies is like a beautiful house. With a rotting foundation, it looks perfect until the truth hits. Then it collapses. Mine did. But standing in the wreckage, I found something I hadn't felt in